somebody asked, she says, how do you measure the success of your mentees? And what habits do you see most often in those who excel? So basically, what are the things that I notice that are the patterns that I see, right? And then those same patterns typically equal to them actually being successful in their business. So as crazy as it sounds, okay, I'm going to give mine from my perspective as a coach. People that show up, they got the cameras on, they're intrigued, they treat it like a real class. I'm not the type of person that guilts everybody into turning their cameras on. So I don't even mention it half the time. Anybody know Coach Rowe? Y'all know Coach Rowe? Oh, she gonna let you have it. You don't have them cameras on, okay? I don't do that, right? Because I feel like my people they might be at work. I just never know what somebody might be doing. I don't give them a hard time about that. But the people that just intentionally do it because they want to be intrigued into the conversation, like they literally don't want to miss anything. And so they have no reason to be distracted. So they come, they have their cameras on, they'll ask questions, whatever wins they have, small, big, medium, doesn't matter. They may share a win. They just find a way to be engaging in the calls. Typically, okay, they got about a 98% shot of being successful. And I don't know why. I don't know the whole formula of why it works that way, because one of the things that I know about those type of people is when they leave the call, they're going to execute on what they just learned. And they're going to be back to tell you, okay, I did this. Now I have a question about how I did this, or they're ready for the next thing to learn. So it's about showing up, being engaged into the content that you're learning when you come to the live calls, and then doing immediately what was recommended on that call. And then now you're ready for the next thing. So you never have all these ideas that are just piling up on your mental desk that you can't execute. You're literally executing in real time. So you get feedback in real time, and you can get coaching in real time, and you can make pivots in real time. And so then you can always just layer on the next thing. It's going to be hard for you to layer on great marketing ideas that I might mention on this call if you haven't launched yet and you're in phase 8. Now, I'm not saying, okay, I'm not trying to beat you down, but I'm saying people that are trying their best to keep the pace and execute and launch when they're supposed to launch. And then, okay, now we can help you in real time. So you can say, okay, I've been doing this 3 weeks and I can't get someone to call me back. Okay, let's look at what you're doing. Let's get you set up on a call like Kristen does where you can practice the 10-minute. Let's hear how you sound on the phone. It's like, now I can give you a prescription to the challenge that you're having, but I cannot give a prescription to someone that's not communicating to me or the coaches what's going on with you so that we can fix the issues in real time. So for me, that is what I noticed. There are a few, okay, that are not that way. They always catch the replay. They never can attend live, and they still build a very successful business. So I'm not saying it's a total requirement, but I am saying that is what I notice the most. It is typically a sign of things to come when people take their investment serious. So let's say, for example, I have a coach that I'm currently in, like a coaching call that I was currently in. And he basically was like, he does this thing at the beginning of the call where he'll wait. If everybody's not there, he'll wait a few minutes for everybody to join. I just start at the time that we're supposed to start, right? But he was like, if this was, a call with Obama, would you be late? And they were like, nah. And then one girl was like, I got the time zones mixed up. He was like, if this was a call with Obama, would you got the time zones mixed up? She was like, no, I wouldn't have. And it was true. I felt like he was being a little hard on in front of all our friends. But what he was saying was true. It's like, however serious you take your investment is however serious it's going to pay you back. And it's just so true. Like, if you take this as, for whatever the amount you're paying, and I know some of you are having to sacrifice a lot, or maybe it's not that much of a sacrifice for you on the financial part. Some of people it is. But if you pay $1 million for your mentorship, if you pay $500,000 for your there's a certain way you're gonna show up. But there's some people that they don't have to have all of these made up imaginatory things that they had to do. They show up for themselves because they want to build something that's profitable, and they take what they're doing very serious, and they take their lives serious, and they take their future serious. And so they show up in a way that is going to impact their future. To pop in here for a second, okay? Tiffany from the future. I'm actually back in my home office in this clip. But I just want to make sure that if any of you that are watching are aspiring entrepreneurs and are interested in learning the business that I started, that I scaled, and I sustained to this day, 10 years later, I still have this business and it's thriving, doing incredible, and I teach others how to build the same one. I want you to go to tiffany'smasterclass.com, register for my free training. It is live and it is in depth, okay? I do not waste your time. Just because it's free does not mean that I take your time for granted. I give you every single strategy I did to start, everything I did to scale, and everything that I'm currently doing to sustain the success that we have. I shall see you soon. Back to the video. And when you notice that, it's the X factor of a sign of things to come. People that are saying, and I'm not, what I'm saying, because y'all send the same question in every month. Every month, y'all send a question in asking me, what do you do? You just can't get the momentum. I need to get my spark back, and I just can't seem to focus, and I can't. And I get that question every single month. That is a sign that it's going to be an uphill battle for you to be successful, because that part of you that cannot enjoy delayed gratification is the part of you that can show up in every area of your life. It's going to show up in your health. It's going to show up in your money. It's going to show up in the relationship with your children. It's going to show up everywhere, because it's really hard for you to appreciate delayed gratification, which is, I'm learning this now, I'm executing this now, I'm going to benefit from it later. The beautiful thing about Revenation is later doesn't have to take that long. So, but it is a challenge when anytime somebody constantly needs me to motivate them just to do their own task. It's not a good place to be in. You are going to have to find your own intrinsic motivators, and you're going to have to figure out what that is and do it daily, because I'm not going to be around daily. If I need to wake up every morning, and for the first hour, everything I do needs to be motivational to me. If that's your word, if it's a motivational speech, if you want to listen to an audiobook, it's got to be something that you figure out how to turn your own engine on. You have to figure out how to turn your own engine on, because sending me that question every month, I'm like, I don't know what else to tell you. I did illustrations. I tap dance. Okay, I did a song about it. I try everything to help you. I tell you the rule of 3. It's the simplest way to do it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to figure out, what do I need? You know yourself more than anybody. What do I need every day that's going to turn my engine on and make sure that I work on this thing? The rule of 3 is the best place to start, because it's just a simple way to say, I'm going to do these 3 things and I got to do it that day. But it is a sign of demise when I've had this business for over a decade, and it has sparked where I can have other businesses, and it sparked where I'll be able to help thousands of people. And that's the question you always want to ask me. It's just a sign that you need to figure out how to turn your own engine on, so you can have something else to ask me. Let's get this money. Like, let's talk strategically. Let's talk about a marketing idea you have. Let's talk about, Tiff, I'm thinking about doing this and this and this and this to get 5 clients in 30 days. And let's talk that out. But that's not what I get. 50% of it is like, how do I just make myself do stuff? That's what I get. Is you are a whole adult human, okay? And you can't make yourself do stuff. So you have to first diagnose what that is. I think that's the very first thing you can do. What is that about me that I made an investment and I can't seem to do the tasks that are included in the investment? What is that? Is it delayed gratification? Is it self-sabotage? Is it something my uncle told me when I was 16 that I never dealt with? Was it a word curse placed on me that I need to come out of agreement with? It's like you have to do your own work and figure out what that is, so that you can clear that up, and we can build from there. Right? So signs of people that I know are going to be successful is they have questions, but they got new questions and fresh questions and questions about what they're actually working on and where they're going. And while I understand that a lot of us are coming from the 9-to-5 world, where no matter what you do all day, if you fumble on your phone, if you kicking rocks, if you on Instagram, you still gonna get a check. That's where we come from. And entrepreneurship doesn't work that way. If you on Instagram all day, your payment will be, you laughed. Your payment will be laughter. Okay. And maybe you cried. Maybe you saw a nice emotional reel. Okay. That's going to be your payment. So it's only going to pay you what you put in. So entrepreneurship, it doesn't work that way. You can't show up and be 50% of what you're supposed to be and still get 100% of your paycheck. Okay. So find out how to intrinsically turn on your engine, diagnose what that is. That's the question that you have to ask people.